see here. Wow. Speak of prepare outside of full time long. Hello. Well, let's see. Fort Tom Manor is. Where is this? In Curtis. I'm going to the wrong place. Let's hear what the count has to say. The redeemed. Ah, there you are. Sorry for cutting your reunion with General Raban short. I wouldn't have bothered you, but the city's awash with rumors of another Dravanian attack, and Lord Hushrafant was desperate to get hold of you. Speaking of whom, he and the others are waiting for you inside, so you'd better head in. We can talk later. Everyone's waiting for you inside. Welcome, Mistress Fahrenheit. Shall I show you inside the manor? Enter Fortom Manor. Meaning there's going to be a scene when I enter. My friend, I thank you for answering our call with such alacrity. As I'm sure you are now aware, the Dravanians are once more gathering for war. Mistress Fahrenheit, Master Lebeler, I must apologize for this abrupt summons, but we thought it best to have Mistress Tataru contact you by the most direct means available. When the observatorium's bells toll, 'tis a warning that cannot be ignored. The Holy See has ordered that we make ready for battle. In case you haven't heard, a band of trappers returning from the west claimed they saw a cloud of dragons big enough to dim the midday sky. Nidhogg's minions gather once more for a war. But I would not have you take up arms in another of our conflicts. When first you came to Ishgard, I offered you my protection. If I cannot ensure your safety here, I cannot well accept your aid, much less ask for it. Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are faced with a choice: to remain in a besieged Ishgard, or seek sanctuary elsewhere. I would not presume to influence your decision, but I must ask that you make it swiftly, lest our enemies force your hand. How many dragons would it take to darken the midday sky, do you think? 1,000? More? Too many at any rate. I confess, I know not where else you might seek sanctuary, but few places are like to be more perilous than a city under siege. The observatorium bells have told, either flee this place or make ready for war. The coming of the Horde spells ruin for Ishgard, but her knights shall fight to the last to shield her citizens from harm. How narrowly did we avoid a grievous miscarriage of justice. Full glad am I... Wait, you say the same thing? And you say the same thing too. What will become of this place, and us? Though we flee to the ends of the world, it would seem that no place in this troubled age is free of strife. Once more the Horde descends upon Ishgard, and once more her weary defenders must take up spear and bow. The Count would have us seek shelter from the storm, but I for one grow tired of running. If we are to shine the light of dawn, we must do so in the sight of our fellow man, not hunkered in a hole. What say you, Ruthven? What say you? I would stay and fight? We cannot stay here, or... Well, obviously. I mean, I agree, I would stay and fight. Then fight we shall. Let it never be said that we abandoned our allies in their hour of need. Elfino's way. Elfino is deliberating how best to proceed. The choice we make this day may have grave implications for our order. It is only right that Tataru should have a say. Come, let us all meet outside and discuss the path that lies before us. Speak with Alfie now.
Ishgard cannot well endure another assault. Even should her knights succeed in turning back the Horde, the casualties will be catastrophic.
But what other choice do we have? It's not like we can talk it over with them. Dragons and men aren't exactly on speaking terms.
With certain notable exceptions.
You don't mean Iceheart?
When last you spoke with her, she lamented her crimes, did she not? Then there remains a sliver of hope. If we can persuade Iceheart to act as our intermediary, we may yet be able to convince Nidhogg to abandon his bloody course.
If there is to be a meeting, I would accompany you.
Estinian.
Even with your intermediary, Nidhogg's blood rage may render him deaf to reason. However, the mere attempt may afford our forces precious time to prepare. Of course, you might also consider a more direct approach to ending this conflict. With the power of the Eye at my disposal, and the vaunted strength of the Warrior of Light, we could conceivably slay the beast outright.
If we are to risk a face-to-face meeting with the Dread Worm, I for one would feel safer in the company of the Azure Dragoon. However, I should only turn to your lance if my words failed to find their mark. Is that clear?
Perfectly. I shall assume that Iceheart enjoys similar diplomatic protection until instructed otherwise. A word of advice. Think carefully before divulging the particulars of this plan to Sir Emmerich. 'Twould not do to have the Lord Commander accused of consorting with heretics.
Indeed. I thank you for your counsel, Estinian. We shall be honored to have you with us.
I am glad to be of service.
We have chosen a difficult road, yet even should we succeed in winning Iceheart to our cause, our plans for parley will swiftly come to naught should the Holy See decide to strike first against the Horde. We must petition the Lord Commander's aid ere we set forth. I only hope that Sir Emmerich will be willing to muzzle Ishgard's forces on the strength of our vague assurances. Tataru, I would ask that you remain at Fort Tom Manor and inform the Count of our decision. Tell him that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn mean to do all in their power to ensure that Ishgard and her people survive. Yes, sir. To the seat of the Lord Commander within the congregation of our knights most heavenly. Don't worry about the Count. I'll tell him the signs aren't going anywhere. How narrowly did we avoid knowing the same thing? Let's see. What's that? What is that for doing, huh? I think it's for hunks. Let the clan hunt begin. Atiana is looking you up and down and grinning. Well, what have we here? You look like you've seen a scrap or two. The name's Atiana, and I'm a proud member of Clan Centurio, the toughest band of warriors this side of the steppes. You'll have heard of the hunt, right? The Grand Companies run it for the rest of Eorzea, but up here it's the clan's concern. We follow the same system, but we're free to pick our own marks. Reckon you've got the speed, the strength, and the heart to take down some of the most ferocious fiends this side of the 7th Hell? If you think you're up to the challenge, head downstairs and have a word with Ardolane. He'll fill you in on the details. The hunt isn't for beginners. You know, underestimate any of these beasties and you'll be going home in a bucket. Still, if you reckon you've got what it takes, head downstairs and talk to Ardolane. He'll fill you in on the details. Good evening to you, young lady. How can I be of service? Oh, so you fancy trying your hand at the hunt, do you? Well, if Etienne reckons you're up to it, it isn't for an old man like me to say elsewise. Me and him are members of Clan Centurio, a ragtag band of glory hunters, mercenaries, and has-beens brought together by Sir Ladaste, one of Ishgard's most noble of nobles. Whenever a monster grows too big for its boots, we're the ones who risk our necks to take it down. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. As long as you can wield a weapon and you don't fear death, you'll always be welcome in the clan. Take me, for instance. I was born 1,000 miles from here, but now I'm the one showing the new recruits the ropes. So how about it, young lady? Will you be joining us in the hunt? If the fame and the glory is not enough for you, perhaps the rich rewards on offer might change your mind? Then welcome to the clan. What was your name again? Refrain, is it? Alright then, I'll put your name in the book. Now I suppose you'll be wanting to take a look at some of our marks. Head up those stairs and out the door. The clan hunt board is on the wall outside. Round to the left. It's on the wall outside, round to the left. You'd better stick to the level 1 marks for the knots. No point running before you can walk. The clan hunt board's on the wall outside and at the top of the stairs. Since you're new to the clan, I'd ask you only take the level 1 bills for the knots. Prove you've got what it takes to be a hunter, and I'll think about giving you some bigger fish to fry. The clan hunt board is covered in bills showing the details of wanted monsters. Follow Arderlane's advice and pick any level 1 clan mark bill that takes your fancy. Clan hunts now accessible. As a new member of Clan Centurio, you are permitted to take bills for level 1 clan marks from the clan hunt board. Defeat the monsters described in the bills and you will be awarded with Centurio seals, which can be exchanged for exclusive items. To exchange Centurio seals or learn more about the hunt, speak with Ardelane in the Forgotten Night. use level 1 clan mark bills. Postal jailer. Silver wool. Polar bear. One star clan mark bill. Several parchment bills notarized by clan. Sanua, Niacid, Galenimus. Better bill hunting. Estacia thinks you are ready to hit new heights in your hunting career. So you're referring, are you? I can see why that old rogue Etienne signed you up. You've got the fire of a born hunter burning in your eyes. I'll wager those level 1 marks didn't offer much of a challenge to a burly girl like you. You'll be wanting to spice things up a little, am I right? Then what are you waiting for? Head down to Ardalan and tell him you're ready for more. Ardalan's is Cherry is a chocobo chick when it comes to new recruits. How's a clanswoman to prove she can stand the heat if you won't let her throw herself into the fire? You get down there and tell him you're ready to feel the burn. You look like you can handle yourself, but can you handle the most ferocious fiends this side of the steppes? Only the best of the best are fit to join a clan Centuria. Oh, so Estacia reckons you're ready to move on to bigger and better things, does she? Tish, that girl had her way. We'd be throwing babes in the river to sort out the swimmers from the sinkers. Still, she might be onto something this time. Alright, I'll give you a chance. The level 2 marks ain't nothing to be sniffed at, understand? Lay your guard down even for an instant, and I'll hand your posterior to you on a platter. Take a look at the clan hunt board and you'll see what kind of beast I'm talking about. Don't go getting yourself killed now. Those level 2 marks are a heck of a lot more dangerous than their level 1 brethren. If you're sure you're up to the challenge, go and have a look at the bills on the clan hunt board, but your own head be it. Got yourself some Centuria seals, have you? Then perhaps I can offer you a few knickknacks in exchange. clan hunt board is covered in bills showing the details of wanted monsters. If you think you have what it takes, try testing your metal against the level 2 mark. The 2 clan marks are now available. You are now permitted to take those level 2 clan marks from the clan hunt board. Thinking of trying your hand at a little dragon slaying, are you? Well, be my guest, so long as you know what you're up against. Those scaly bastards are smarter than you think, and crafty with it. Like Archaeornis. 4 lands Hipposurf. Natlael Gundu, Wadjet, and Mist Splash. Forgot about the other ones. You would speak with the Lord Commander? Pray make it quick. Proceed to the seat of the Lord Commander.
I want the defenses of the outer ward rechecked. See to it that the ballistas are in good repair and supplied with enough ammunition for a prolonged siege.
At once, my lord.
Ah, 'twould seem I have visitors. And unlike those messing beyond our walls, these ones are welcome.
Pray forgive us for interrupting you in the midst of your preparations, Sir Emmerich, but our suit concerns the impending assault. To speak plain, we believe there is a chance the invasion might be halted before it even begins. I can divulge little more at this time, but I must nevertheless request that you advise the Holy See to refrain from launching any preemptive sorties whilst we seek to put our plans in motion.
I will gladly lend my support to any endeavor that could spare the blood of my countrymen, but I would know more of the cause you would have me champion. Will you not share aught of this mysterious undertaking?
Know that I have offered my lance to aid in this endeavor. I cannot claim that its success is assured, but our actions should serve to delay Nidhogg's advance at the very least. Which is more than can be said for the ill-conceived counterattack advocated by the sea's more vocal crusaders. They offer glorious death, but little hope of victory.
Aye, their proposal does not inspire confidence. Our resources should rightly be spent shoring up the city's defenses. The Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light sallying forth together to face the dread worm Nidhogg. I must admit the mere thought of it does much to dispel my misgivings. Go then, carry out your plan. I shall do what I can for you within the Holy See.
Pray keep your voice down when... Sorry. Used to serve as a guardsman over by the Scholastic Force of Habit. Carry on. I will say this for your plan. It has made keeping secrets from the Holy See seem almost entertaining. Having secured Sir Amaric's support, we may proceed without fear of a preemptive Vishgardian attack, which is not to say we can afford to dither. History tells us that the Javanians will attack as soon as their horde reaches a critical size. Before that happens, we must needs track down and win over the Lady Iceheart, and then locate and parley with Nidhogg. In short, time is against us. If you are ready, Estinian, let us be about our task. Knights of the Round Table.
Such commotion.
Yes, Your Eminence. The bells of the Observatorium warn of our enemy's approach.
Zephyrin.
So, the dragons are coming. Let them come, in their hundreds and their thousands. With the divine blade in our hands, we shall rend their flesh and drown the heretics in their master's blood. Even Nidhogg and his foul brood shall be powerless to resist us. And when we have rid the world of their pestilence, we shall turn our attention to our Ascian allies. See that they are suitably rewarded for their invaluable assistance.
If I may, Your Eminence, the Paragons wield powers strange and unknowable. Can we be certain that they will not see through our deception?
We can be certain of naught save the righteousness of our cause. If you would be a true leader of men, you must possess conviction as well as caution. We seek to excise the root of an evil that has blighted us for 1,000 years. The risk is worth the reward.
And what of Estinian and this warrior of light? They have plans of their own.
Leave them to their purpose. We must each play the role we have been given. You and your chosen brothers most of all.
For the glory of King Thornton.
I'll say this. Search of Iceheart. Alfino would see to one final matter before sending forth. Lined up Alfino. Perfect for international summits, family get-togethers, Pre or post-battle gatherings, or any other occasion where the recapitulation of past occurrences is absolutely positively necessary. Before we set forth, we must needs inform Takara of our plans. And I shall await you at St. Marionette's Fort and tell your friend we may be sometime. The road you have chosen is neither short nor easy. Of that I need no reminding. Come in, let us head back to Fort Tomlin. I forgot to use this. This thing. Festivities, Moonfire Fair, Rising, All Saints Wake, Starlight Celebration, other seasonal events. Oh no, what is it going the right way? No, I was going the right way. Our course is set to Taro, and maybe sometime before Reefer and I return to Ishgard. Well, just be careful. You be careful, right? Alright? Oh, and don't worry about me. I'll be busy listening out for news of our lost friends. If anyone can find them, it is you, Totaro. Farewell for now. Oh, before you go, you must put this on, Elf. You know, I made it specially. No, I couldn't possibly sigh. Very well. By the 12, it fits perfectly, and the quality is actually rather good. I'm glad you like it. I've been practicing my needlework while I listen to rumors and the like. A good receptionist is always learning new skills. My thanks, Taru. Whatever else awaits me upon the road, I shall not fear the cold. Was the least I could do. Now I must be getting back to the tavern, or I'll never catch up with all the gossip. Best of luck on your journey. This is the very face of fire and ruin, that one must remain calm and collected. Oh, you are still here, Mistress Fernhardt? I was under the impression you had already embarked upon your journey. Do you require assistance? You put this thing in. Skins look snazzy, your eyes say sapphire. served me well during Corpus Christmas. I shall have to thank the Tower properly upon our return. Said your farewells then? Aye, we are ready to depart. I suggest we begin a search for Lady Iceheart without delay. Very well, but she will prove an elusive quarry. Where do you intend to start with then? In the absence of any fresh intelligence having the sails and movements, suppose we pick up the trail where she was encountered last, the Turkish Western Highlands. Let us speak with Sir Redwald, was it? As the commander of Falcon's Nest, it is like that he will know if any heretic activity has been reported in the area. Speak with Redwald at Falcon's Nest. Turkish Western Highlands. every other day we stop dealing this or that type of tombstone, inevitably there comes a point when Rowena says that they're not worth the hassle anymore. It might be as though I still have use for them. So if you have any that you don't need, bring them here and I'll give you something more desirable in exchange. business brings you back to Falcon's Nest. Judging by the company you keep, it can be no trifling matter. The Azure Dragoon I know, of course, but I do not believe I have met this young gentleman. Alfino Levy at your service. You are not mistaken as to the gravity of the mission, Sir Redwell. As I am sure you are aware, the observatory has warned that the Divine is gathered for another assault. We believe that there may yet be a way to avert the coming conflict, but only if we can find the elusive Lady Iceheart. Thus have we come to Falcon's Nest, in the hope of acquiring the latest intelligence on the Heretic's movements. I see. Then you would be best served by speaking directly to my men. The patrol is due to return from a sweep of the surrounding lands at any moment. You may also wish to question the knights assigned to take over the remains of the Heretic refuge at Gorgadne Mills. It is possible they have unearthed information that could be of use to you. Mistress Fahrenheit knows well the place I speak of, for it was she who first discovered it. Let us divide our forces then. I will stay and await the return of the patrol while the two of you visit this refuge. When I have completed my inquiries, I will join you there. A wise use of your time. Come, my friend. I am eager to learn what Sir Redwall's men have found in the Heretic lair. Heretics and Dravanians are bad enough, but this blessed weather is something else. Ishgard's proud standard flies over Falcon's Nest once more. We must see that it remains so. Speak with the expedition leader. Oh Jesus, man, that's pretty far. Let's see. What mountain do I want to use? Maybe this one. Guy. sees you what you get. It is said that when gazing into the eye of the beholder, man can see his deepest desires. Those desires usually involve escaping from the iron grip of the beholder's wicked claws. Malodon. Displeased by the violence, avoid displacement and thunder to the Black Land Road. The upland Malodon is one of the by the great elders of Yuga. Flying. We can't fly. Gagne holding. Just a simple farmhouse. It makes me wonder what other innocent facades the heretics have chosen to hide behind. Mistress Fahrenheit, our findings, you say? Well, there is something of a tale there. No sooner had we chanced upon a promising-looking sheaf of letters than we were ambushed from the shadows by great white beasts. 'Twould seem the heretics foresaw our coming and left behind their pets to discourage further investigation. Several of our number were badly wounded, and you cannot carry out your duties until the creatures are slain. We have not the time to wait for reinforcements. Let us deal with these pests ourselves. Let us deal with these pets ourselves, we pray. We were ill prepared for what awaited us at the farmhouse. Forgive me, but until the creatures have been put down, we cannot safely continue our investigation. Slay the beasts within Gorganier Mills. Oh dear, the creature took me by surprise. Forgive me, until my hand stops shaking. I fear I shall prove more a hindrance than a help. Pray go on ahead, and when you are certain that the rest of these things have been slain, notify the expedition leader that it is safe to return. Against the hostile presence came polar bear. Speak with the expedition leader. I heard a frightful growling from below. You encountered more of the beasts, I take it? My inquiries availed me not. The patrol leader had little to say beyond which of his extremities the frost had bitten the hardest. The beasts are slain, then? My thanks, Mistress Leonhardt. We may return to our duty without fear of a mauling. This already before, I think. Yes, perfect for international summits, family get-togethers, pre- or post-battle gatherings, or any further occasion where the recapitulation of past occurrences is absolutely positively necessary. You know, summon the wind-up elf, you know what I mean. In an attempt to secure funding for the financially strapped organization, the Crystal Braves treasurer took it upon himself to have 70,000 crafted and delivered to Ruina's House of Splendors for sale, where they have been collecting dust since. From one heretic to another, the expedition leader has a promising lead to aid you in your search for Lady Iceheart. You wish to track down Lady Iceheart, is this not so? The records we discovered are ere those beasts mauled my comrades appeared to be some manner of respondents. Response. We had not the luxury of perusing their contents more closely, intent as we were on surviving an onslaught of fang and claw, but I'd wager those epistles contain more than friendly salutations betwixt lonely heretics. My interrogation of the patrol proved fruitless. Either we divine some clue from these letters, or we wander the snowfields and pray that the gods lead us right to Iceheart's door. 'Tis hardly a choice at all. I have found some few of these letters. Let us gather a respectable stack and see what secrets the expedition captain can wring from the collected correspondence. The letters were in a neat pile just here, but 'twould seem the skirmish with the beasts has scattered them rather thoroughly. Where are these damnable pages? I'd rather battle 2score Avis than continue this confounded search. Where is the other one? Upstairs, maybe? Heretic epistle. What appears to be a record of past correspondence held between individuals regarded as heretics by the Holy See. And the heretic epistles to the expedition leader. Have you recovered much of the heretic's correspondence? Splendid. Added to the contributions from Master Leveler and Sir Estinian, we now have more than a dozen letters. What have we here then? Every one of these pages is a record of the dealings betwixt the Gorganier Mills heretics and their fellows in the Afa Amphitheater. There are requests for foodstuffs, clothing, and all manner of provisions. Iceheart's followers must yet inhabit the ruins we had thought abandoned. Determination, critical hit rate, accuracy. There are requests for foodstuffs, clothing, and all manner of provisions. Iceheart's followers must yet inhabit the ruins we had thought abandoned. Akafa is taken from the dragon's tongue. It means roughly eternal circle. 'Tis little wonder the heretics thought to return to the place. Sounding out the amphitheater. Alfino seems intent on traveling to the Akafa amphitheater. The Akafa Amphitheater, the very place where you witnessed the manifestation of the primal Shiva, was it not? If that is our destination, the journey will be long indeed. The amphitheater lies on the other side of a treacherous tract of ice and snow that cannot swiftly be crossed. Then we must place our faith in the Aethernet. As you may recall, our dear friend Moon Brita succeeded in recreating the Akafa beacon after it had been destroyed by Lady Iceheart. At the time, it was assumed that the resultant aetherite would only be temporarily viable. But given... Wait, are we cleaning the... It was assumed that the resultant aetherite would only be temporarily viable, but given that the heretics of Gorgania Mills seem to have been in regular contact with their brethren at the amphitheater, I'll wager it still functions. I suggest we make for the aetherite within Snowcloak without delay. Correct me if I am wrong, Estinian, but in the course of mapping the Snowcloak tunnel system, a passage was discovered leading out into the Western Highlands, was it not? Would it be possible for us to reach the aetherite from this side of the wall? It should. House Durandare posted soldiers at the Western Highlands entrance after the tunnels were cleared, but they will not deny us entry. Do you mean to follow the heretic's trail then? I will see that Sir Redwold is informed. Speak with Trista Chamble. way atop the black place. The black iron bridge straight and forth once they're done, and once we that continuing progress in the sky, planes going to and from the falcons and the sky with the track. So the delivers my voice to your command. beautiful, isn't it? The spinning image of Paldroth, first of the Azure Dragoons, and one of Ishgard's founding fathers. Begun surveying the warrens from the western entrance, but progress is slow. It would seem not all the rats have left the nest. What ails our young lord? The moment we arrived at the wall, his face took on an ashen pallor. Does he fear facing the heretics within their own lair? Recall the first time you ventured into these tunnels in search of Lady Iceheart? Seems an age ago, does it not? Back then I still believed myself the commander of the Crystal Braves. The guests of House Fortom, accompanied by the Azure Dragoon, no less. I cannot imagine what brought you out this far, but you are welcome to enter the tunnels if that is your will. Assuming the Akafa beacon still functions, and we must pray to the 12 it does. We shall arrive at our destination in mere moments. Though I do not expect to be greeted by the primal Shiva, we should nevertheless be prepared for a frosty reception. The heretics are not like to rejoice at the appearance of uninvited guests, particularly ones with our history. Duty calls commenced by the first sounding at the amphitheater. The levels above 50 feet will be seen. An impressive structure. I wonder how many ages it has endured. Mayhap you should ask its occupants. They seem a friendly bunch. Dogs of Ishgard, is it not enough that you banish our beloved saint? Will you not be satisfied until the ice is slick with the last drops of our blood? Stay your weapons. We come under the flag of Parliament. We wish only to speak with your mistress, that we might broker a peace. Do you think us fools, boy? It will take more than honeyed words to earn our trust. You walk with the Dragon Slayer, and you know all too well what he is capable of. My reputation precedes me. Besides, you give us little choice. Come, brothers, may dragon wings bear us to victory. Wide-eyed mage, who will not probably take his place a second time. No, wait, we did not use it. There's no more words in that there, that's the reason. They partake of the blood of dragons. 7 health, dragon blood, fury, dragon blood, such a transformation.
Know your folly.
Failed it. Saw this already. What the fuck? He healed full health.
Your god is down.
Yes, they fight like demons. Yes, they fight like demons. 'Tis death to remain. Fall back, brothers. Retreat to the cinders. I see no sign of Lady Iceheart. Would that we could have questioned one of them. What would you ask that we do not already know? They make for the cinders, and so must we. Even should an ambush await us, 'tis certain there will be more heretics to question. The cinders, you say? I confess, the name is unknown to me. Mayhap you would be so good as to enlighten us, Estinian? I suspect it is the heretic's way of referring to the Dreaming Dragon, an island of sorts found in the midst of the frozen lake of Ashpool. Some 500 years past, 'tis told that the azure dragoon of the age fought a dragon of titanic proportions. After a savage struggle, the mighty creature was weakened to the point of death, and forced into a magic slumber by an entire chapter of the Holy Sea sorcerers. Ere long, a rain of ash and cinders did begin to fall upon the sleeping serpent's motionless form, covering the creature at last in a shroud of grey. Of course, a thick layer of ice has since formed on top of it, but you may be sure I speak true. A fascinating tale. We should make haste to this ashen island. Only in a land where war has raged for 1,000 years can that ash fall the bird and dragon the size of an island. No thanks for reading the tones of the rap this infestation. If any luck, I shall finally be able to carry out my work uninterrupted. Information current can be viewed as dreaming dragon lies far to the west. Before we approach the frozen beast, however, there is another place I would visit first. I am told the convictors have set up camp in Twin Pools. Gentile. May have information in my views correct. So mayhap you are not familiar with that name either. The convictors are writing for a contemporary fashion. But I am willing to wager that they encounter their fair share of heretics. If we are indeed walking into a trap, I will learn all there is to know about them. Sound suggestion. Let us speak with these convictors then, and temper our haste with a measure of caution. The committee's name one too many times, and I shall not stand idly by it, as he has through effrontery to snatch glory from the hand of the deserving. Honor binds me from the dust and blood with my sworn brother. They does not bind me from living, and he might have been wrongly resulted by conniving out of a brother. You see, even then, if they can get you forward, then you are no better than for one, and no worse. The committees have come to an end. Come now, surely you've heard of us, the famed dragon slayers, you, the proud but convicted. These are our types of fighting and accomplishments if you had an enemy. They'll come up our dragon soon, just do it, and then it will really take you out and multiplication. That's most everyone's plan at least. Alas, most find their way into a dragon's belly instead of a baron's good graces, but we don't let that deter us. We can make people a crazy breed, half in love with death, stopping that dangerous and like ordinary men exception. The convicted, why, the havens for high-born and low-born alike, our orders and estimates for the whole team. Bring me at big convicted about who we can but join, disenfranchised nobles and their retainers. Anyone's right abounding half command seltzers, worth and plentiful, cads, boundaries and dragon stabbers, so we are all committed to this cause to anyway watch over people's souls. Secret patron fate, held the best of the against the horde and war pragmatic hope. But it's black, the same India wouldn't have it. Oh no, through the soul of conviction, and so are we. It's as colder than Lady Iceheart's frost-rime soul. Greetings, milady. A fine day, is it not? Very interesting and chuckle reporter. I do not tell me this is your first visit to the shop. I shall update my register with your name so that you may access this location in the future. It's the rooms you've got to watch out for. Easy to miss when it snows, and then before you know it, a horde is upon you. If you're looking for Sir Gentilot, milady, you can find him by the fire. Oh yes, they're all very brave. Pity you can't feed and clothe yourself with bravery. Ishgard has its problems, but eliminating the Horde is the first step to solving those problems. That's why I am here. I may not be a great warrior, but I can still do my part to help the land I call home. Honor, glory, men seek these things in battle. Alas, all too often they find something else entirely. We convictors are all here for the same reason. To try to prove ourselves and move up in the world. The best way to do that is with an impressive feat of combat. John Talat may not be a master of spearmanship, but he's a great leader. It's ambition that counts, and nobody here wants to prove themselves to the realm more than he does. Cut my hand with this damn knife. Captain says no hurting till it heals. No healing. No hurting till it heals. No hunting till it heals. He says no hunting till it heals. Well, well, what do we have here? Well, well, what do we have here? Hoping to join this team, the ranks of the convictors, are we? The hard-eyed lass looks promising, but you have a frail look about you, boy. I'll give you 3 days to ere the wilds claim your corpse. I beg your pardon? Be not so quick to judge. I have seen this frail youth fell heretics with a flick of his wrist. And who are you to question my... By the Fury! That armor, that lance, the Azure Dragoon himself graces our camp. Pray forgive my disrespect, sir. I am Gentilot, leader of the Convictors and fellow slayer of dragons. May I ask what winds, fair or foul, carry you into our humble camp? Lady Iceheart. Is it? I know her by reputation. Whether or the people or her people. But my own man can be won't let when it comes to making reports. You may wish to question it yourself. Thanks, Michelle. Let us make our way through the camp and see what information there is to be had. Of the convictors, helping out as eager to gather information on the heretics. Surely one of these people will have encountered heretics while out hunting. Try to speak with as many as you can. All this I is, I confess, a somewhat tedious business. Some of these people may have valuable knowledge that will save us days of searching. Why don't you go and bother Paris West or someone? I have enough trouble keeping these clean shops inside and closed as it is. It's no business of mine to hold two of themselves out there in the wild. For heritage, you say? Publication of Beauty and Jackson. A specific copy of mine in aesthetics covers in detail methods for styling longer hair. Detail marking the hairstyle. I know of no help. You honestly expect me to keep track of everything? heretics in the area? I have not the faintest idea. Why a heretic could pass under my very nose and I should be none the wiser. I hunt dragons, my dear lady, the big ones. Forever do I scan the skies for signs of my prey. I care not for the miserable creatures that scurry upon the ground. I can help you with, milady? Heretics, is it? Well, I've never seen one myself. But that ain't to say I haven't heard a thing or two. We would be grateful for any information you can share with us. The gods know we've gleaned precious little from talking to the rest of these people. If it please, my lord, I'm Pierrequet. A soldier by trade, though not much of one. If I'm honest, they weren't for the they weren't for the love of stabbing folk that I took up the spear, see? No, it was by order of Sir Jean-Philippe's father. Still, as long as they keep paying the wages, I am fussy as to what they have me do. Not everyone's as patient as me, though. Plenty of lowborn lads who get pressed into service start grumbling before they've seen their second battle. And once they've got to thinking how imperative it all is, it don't take much for the heretics to turn their heads. And when I hear the simple promise of freedom tends to be up. Heart. Let me explain how Lady Icehart was able to expand her following so swiftly. Sad to say, some mates of mine gobbled down the heretics' trife and asked for seconds. Told me they were off to the Western Highlands to light a signal fire. That's how you let the heretics know you're serious about joining their ranks, apparently. Send up some purple smoke and the bastards come to you. Is that so? Why then? I am minded to start a fire. Some renown to keep company with the likes of the Azure Dragoon. Me, I'd be lucky to last 3 heartbeats with some of them big nasty Dravanians. I'm not familiar with the building of signal fires, but how difficult could it possibly be? Purple flame, purple flame. Estinian wishes to prepare a signal fire to lower the heretics. If we are to lure our foes to our position, then we must find a means of producing a signal of purple hue. As it so happens, I once heard the tale of a trapper who dropped the hide of a woolly yak onto his campfire. Aside from the terrible stench, the story also described in detail how the smoke from the smothered flames was tinged a deep violet. You are a monster hunter of some note, are you not, Return? It should prove a trifling task for you to procure a number of hides. We may need to burn more than one ere the heretics notice our beacon. Master Elfino and I shall gather wood for the fire. It will take the both of us to find enough dry fuel in this frozen wasteland. Let us meet again at the Dreaming Dragon with the fruits of our labor. Tinyak hides and woolly yaks. Taking what's important. Jean-Philip, once he reached Vince first, I would like to think of victory is like. Stefanian horde is stronger than you might expect. Unless you've been at it for years, like I have, I think it prudent to start with something simple and then work your way up to dragons. I suggest rooms. Rooms? Slay 3 of those and then come back here. Consider it a war. The horde is maybe one to be overconfident young soldiers. Best to start with something a little safer. Kill 3 rooms and then come back to me. For all the knights to come, the dead care not for justice, but we'll through would see them have it just the same. Cowards, all of you, have you no shame at all? Oh, I beg your wait. Are you not Mistress Fahrenheit? Honored ward of House Fortum? Praise Halone. Surely you will consider my request. Know you the Dusk Vigil? Westernmost of the sites of the watchtowers built to warn of the horde's approach. 'Twas lost following the calamity, another victim of the snows. Within the ruins lies a priceless treasure which must needs be reclaimed. I thought to enlist the services of these so-called dragon slayers, but it seems their courage is not as boundless as they would have it believe. But you, man, you are not one to shy away from danger, am I right? Very good indeed. There is a sculpture of the Fury within the Dusk Vigil's chapel, and no swing during this site in the town. I would have you prize it free and deliver it to me. The Vigil is not difficult to find, simply head north towards Baneful until we come to the gates. This may guard our passage, but should you explain who you are, they will grant you leave down to me. That ice one is dear. I should be most grateful if you could deliver it to me. What's important. Lucia stares out over the snowdrifts, a grim expression upon her face. Want to help out, do you? Well, there's plenty that needs doing, and killing besides. I'm sure you've noticed that dragons aren't the only thing we have to contend with out here. Take the polar bears, for example. They come here looking for an easy meal, drawn by the smell of our cook fires, and then raid our stores. Think you could thin their numbers a little? Killing 4 or so of them should suffice. You'll be compensated for your troubles. Yet, slay 4 and you'll be fairly compensated.